with the elections a little more than a month away, and in the hammer mill of all the tensions and uncertainties and conflict in the run-up to the elections, we have predictably also seen the heating up of the debate on compensation. This coming week, there will be more deliberations in Zimbabwe between some of the stakeholders and even the ZANU-PF government. In SAI, we don't think it is wise to negotiate or even get to an agreement in the run-up to the elections. It would be much better to do that after the elections. At this stage, the biggest priority for all the political parties are only to cling to power or to get into power. This uncertain environment is certainly not a good foundation for negotiating what we need. And what we ultimately need is very clear. We need a constitution in Zimbabwe which will guarantee equal citizenship. We need fair and equitable compensation. There is no way to have those two without also opening up the opportunity for restitution for those who wish to go back to the farms. No struggle is ever over until justice has prevailed. And given the rulings of courts, so many of them in South Africa, but also in the SADC Tribunal, also in Europe and in the USA, it is very clear that in terms of what is acceptable globally, what is proper and civilized, is on our side. We have the moral high ground on it. We don't need to settle for anything less. It is not true that SAI does not have an alternative for the bonds offer, which was so vigorously promoted by the CSC. It's not true what one of the leading figures in CSC said in a television interview, that we and our members do not have anything else in hand. We have put in a lot of hard work. Recently in London, I had the opportunity with Angus Albee and Ben Freeth to meet some of the brightest minds in the UK financial sector. And we also bounced a few ideas off them, and they also enriched our ideas. But it would really be foolish to put that on the table now in the last month before the elections. It would also be foolish to throw that in the political debate at this time. Much rather, one would wait until after the election and then see how one can engage with government. Because at the end of this whole process, there will be an agreement, and the most important parties in this agreement is the government of Zimbabwe and title deed holders. All other interests in this debate is inferior to those two. You can be sure that in SAI we will pursue the interests of those title deed holders. And nobody's going to pay us anything for it. We do it on behalf of our nearly 900 members who are title deed holders. We don't need any further commissions or scheme anything of what they will have. And like in any negotiation process, things will probably not pan out exactly the way we want it now. It will also not pan out the way in which government as envisaged it in the latest offers. In say, although we have not been involved by the other stakeholders in this negotiation process up to now, we are ready for it.